Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys know that we are all about personal finances and thriving in them. And now today I actually am doing a collab with Baratang.
Hi everyone, my name is Baratang Likomanyane.
Yeah, so Baratang is also a YouTuber, so you can follow her on her channel. There's actually a video where I was discussing saving and getting out of debt. I'll link those two videos down below so you guys can go on her channel and check those two videos out. But today, guys, Baratang was actually quite vulnerable and she's going to be opening up about her personal finances.
Yes, for the very first time.
Yeah, online, on the internet. So she's going to be telling me some mistakes that she's made when it comes to her personal finances and some things that she's done right. And guys, I'm sure you guys can see, she's young. Like, I wish I was still young. She's in her early 20s, so she's just going to share a few learnings that she's got when it comes to personal finances and what she's done wrong. So Baratang, what have you done wrong?
The first thing, when I got employed, I got sent to Cape Town. So I think I should have waited before I got my car, because at the time I didn't know that my situation would change. And that is something that
So you only bought the car because
I needed
I
I needed transport to get to and from work, because getting to where I work, there wasn't much of public transport. I would have had to walk like a very long distance, and I wasn't willing to do that, seeing that I was working shifts.
Okay.
And so I thought that I needed a car, and I might have, but
how long were you there?
I was there for like a few months, I think 3 or 4 months before I got my car. But I only stayed in Cape Town for a year.
Oh, so you did survive 3 or 4 months without the car?
Without, yes.
Oh, and then the rest of the 8 months you had the car.
So the first few months when I didn't have a car, there was this transport driver that we were using at work, but they were very unreliable. So I was just like, for my own sanity and to be able to get with my schedule the way I want to.
No, it makes sense.
I would want, but like I said, I didn't know at the time that my situation would change, because now I am back in Johannesburg, and the residential areas close to work are actually ones that I would consider living in. So if maybe I didn't purchase a car and thought to wait a little bit, then I'd be able to purchase things like property. Yes.
Because sometimes we're so quick to get a car, whereas property would actually make more sense because it appreciates in value.
Yes, and your car's depreciating.
Yeah. But at least it served you that purpose of getting from A to Z, from home to work. Even though now you feel like you don't need it.
Even though, because now I'm just like, oh, do I even need a car?
Is it? Okay. I actually also had a video where I shared my money mistakes, and one of them was also purchasing a car. At least you waited 3 months. I think I got my car the second month.
Really?
The second month, so you are better. You're doing well. Yeah, so what's your second mistake?
So my second mistake is that when I started getting paid, because I got permanently employed, when I started getting paid, I didn't get into the habit of saving right away. And then it became more difficult to actually start that saving journey. So it took me a long time to start saving and thinking of what I spent my money on with. I would have much rather saved it, because I can't even tell you what I did.
And that's what happens, because what happens is your needs grow with feeding. So it's like your finances will be like a sponge. They'll absorb everything that's there. As much as if there's money, your needs will expand and consume. There's actually a law that says something will expand to consume all available resources. Anyway, we start a science talk, but basically your needs expand. So now I'm sure it becomes that much more difficult to start saving, because your needs have already consumed your whole salary. So it feels like you have to wait for an increase to start, whereas you could try. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Becomes a mistake. But now have you started saving?
Yes, I definitely have started saving, and I recommend that people actually save.
What was the changing point though? What made you click that, hey bo, I must start?
It was when I was in a position where I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm actually broke.
I get
like,
that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm actually broke, but looking at like how much I get versus how much I have versus what I spent the money on, it didn't make sense at all. And I guess then my third money mistake is that I didn't learn how to budget.
Yeah.
And so money would just slip into the cracks of whatever.
Because it's always said that budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.
Yes.
Because you keep thinking, where did that money go? Where did that money go? Whereas if you budget, then you know exactly where your money is supposed to go, and then you send it there instead of being like, oh hey, show me. I get that.
I did. So it got to a point where I was now chasing my bank statement, and I was like, but this thing that I purchased on this day, did I need it? Did I actually need it? And if I didn't have money in my account at that time, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I didn't need it. And so now saving enables you to be able to say no to certain things because you don't have the money for that, because you've already allocated your money to your savings account.
Oh, that is so good. I'm so proud of you for making that distinction and coming to that realization, because what a lot of people don't understand is that budgeting seems boring, but once you start, and you had a good start of where you sit down with your bank statement, you look at exactly what's coming in, you look at what's coming out, you see, is this important, is this not important? Because that's what I advise when it comes to budgeting. Just have a budget and then start by actually having an actual column where you actually see how much comes in and how much you're actually spending, and then do an ideal of, okay, this is the ideal column, this is what I should be doing, and then try to tweak your money to reach that ideal. And I actually have a budget template that you guys can download. I will link it down below. So if I can't link it below, I'll probably have the email address, so you can just email me and then I'll email you back that budget template, so you can actually see how much you're spending on different categories, because it's got categories of expenses, and then you can just see whether you're in the green or you're in the red. So what's your other money mistake now, your final one?
My final money mistake would then be not taking financial advice. So for example, I didn't know that people actually had pension, they were saving towards their pension of their company's pension fund, That was something that was definitely new to me. And so saving towards your retirement, that is something that even till today I haven't started.
You must start! You must start! And you're still young. The best thing that you still have is time, and you can't ever recover time. I always say when it comes to something like saving and retirement, the best thing that will ever work for you is to actually utilize the time. Start when you're young, even if it's a small amount, because over time it all accumulates. The amounts when you're starting out, it won't be a lot, but it's best if you do start. Like you can start with maybe like a retirement annuity fund, like contribute something, because as long as you have something, it's better than nothing. And then when your means increase, and then you're working out your budget better, and then you can actually go the long mile. But it's good though, because you've got a pension at work at least. It's just that obviously it would be great to have something to supplement that, so at come old age you're not a poor go-go.
Yeah, I'm not black taxing my children or grandchildren.
Yes, because we don't want to be black taxed for our kids, and that's why we always like to raise this awareness about saving for retirement, having emergency funds, so that your emergency doesn't have to be an emergency for someone else and be basically black taxed for the next person. And then Maratang, you've been vulnerable. Let's now end on a positive note. What are some of the good advice, good things that you've done that you're really proud of when it comes to your money?
So once I started budgeting and started being more responsible with my money, I then realized that I could actually afford to pay more towards my car installment in order to decrease the interest.
Yeah,
that's that is something that I've started doing.
That's great, because it actually kills the time. You'll find that instead of 60 months or whatever term you have, you actually pay off your car quicker.
Yes. Another thing, I guess I've already mentioned it, but is that I actually did start saving.
That's very good. That's very good.
I actually did start saving, and like I said, I definitely do recommend it to see that you are capable of putting money away and it accumulates and becomes like a big figure. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that, you know. You just
Definitely.
used to just not having money left over. And
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm so proud of you for starting
Thank you
that.
so
Then you
much.
must speak with your financial advisor and actually like, get the best financial products for you when it comes to saving for retirement and whatever else that you want to add to your portfolio. But there you have it, guys. We all make mistakes. There's a
Yes.
video where I shared my mistakes. I'll link it down below. We all make mistakes, especially when we're still young, when we're starting
Yes.
out. But it's never too late to start fixing your problems. So good luck with your financial journey, and make sure that you follow Baratang on Instagram. It's @withbaratang, and also subscribe to her channel here on YouTube, and also watch the videos where I'm featured on her channel. And we will see you next time. Thanks, Baratang.
Thank you so much. I really had a good time.
Really
being
appreciate
here.
you being so vulnerable.
I know
and
you made
sharing.
me feel at ease. I was just like, oh, you're gonna judge me.
Awesome. No, this is a judgment-free zone. We all make mistakes, but the best thing is always to learn from them. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.